I'm still always blown away when I see purple heartwood. Just to know that there's a wood that exists that's just purple. Not just purple, but like the most beautiful purple. Not too purple, not too light purple. It's just perfect. And this one, you can see it's got some kind of quilting pattern going on inside the grain. See that? Oh, that's really gonna pop once we cut this, plane it up. Okay, so what this allows us to do now is pick up all the pieces in sequence, flip them over. All right, we've got our dado there. Now I can run along here, put glue in all these joints. Just one little bead on one side should be enough to, have plenty of squeeze out. Some people just go crazy with the glue, which I understand that approach. Better, it fills little voids and stuff, but then you can also just make a massive mess in your project. So I try to just use the right amount of glue. You don't want it just squeezing out everywhere. A nice little consistent bead there. Okay, so now should be able to just roll this thing together. Yeah, just the right amount of squeeze out. Yeah, it's all drippy on the inside there. You want to get that cleaned up. So I don't know if you can see it, but like the dado's down inside here. So if I measure to where it is, it's about 3.5 inches. So I'm going to make a little mark on the outside here, 3.5 inches, maybe a little less, 3 7/16, just so I cut right on the bottom edge of that dado. And then that lid, that'll be the lid that then slides down, and I'll just have to dado the outside here for that to sit onto it. So I've already squared up the ends here, just on the chop saw. And now we're gonna cut that lid loose. See? A lid! Looks like a lid. Okay, now I'm just gonna slowly plane or file that down until it's just a perfect fit. As you can see, I've used my highly specialized super clamp here. It's a very intricate clamping operation. I would have clamped it to my workbench, but it was too thick for the clamp, so I clamped it to the table saw, which is a machined surface, which is like extra flat. So I did this on purpose to make it better. Or is it just the illusion of making it better? I don't know, I think it looks pretty cool. So other than a bit of sanding, like we've got a box here, I feel like it's missing something though. It needs like a little, it needs like a latch or something. A latch or some sort of a carving so that you know where to line it up, like a little ditty. Something to kind of go over the joint right there so you know that's like where you line it up, you know, like a little seal or something. Don't think there's a latch that would not look terrible because there's just so little material. I wouldn't be able to cut it in flush or anything. So, I don't know, maybe a little piece of leather or something, strap, or maybe like a little inlay or something. I don't know. I'll let you know what I come up with here. So I've used my compass to just draw a bunch of random circles. I know it's hard to see in the video there, but now I'm going to just cut a little V groove, profiling all the circles, and they're all kind of interlocking and wrapping around each other. And that should just add a kind of cool little feature. And then it also helps me line up the lid, right? Because I'm just going to carve this one strip here. So that way you always put the lid on with the grain matching. Carvings line up. And I think this will look pretty cool. So now, typically with Odie's oil, which is what I'm putting on the little box here, I use these little Scotch-Brite applicator pads. But these are like an actual abrasive. So the fact that I've polished this to like really fine grit, I wouldn't even know what it would be, like 1,000 grit or something. Like it's got a sheen on it just from the polisher, and there's no finish on this yet. So I'm gonna put a coat of Odie's oil on it and then let that set overnight. And then I'm gonna put a couple coats of the wood butter on it, which should help bring the sheen out even more. And then I'm just gonna apply this just by hand. I don't really need that much. So I'll let that set in for about 20 minutes, half an hour. Then I'll buff it off. Guess I might as well do the inside here too. All in all, she turned out pretty nice. I like it. Never built anything like this before, that's for sure. I call it the Octabox. Ooh, yeah. It's an octagon, it's a box. It's the Octabox. Get yours today. Make your own today. This one's not for sale.